Hey everyone, today we're talking about battery care, and we have 5 tips for you to take care of your batteries. And whether those batteries are being used in your marker, your loader, optics, a camera, whatever, generally these tips are going to apply across the board. Tip number 1 is you want to make sure your batteries are never stored in any kind of extreme heat or extreme cold. You don't want them to get too hot, you don't want them to get too cold. And that means don't leave them in your car in direct sunlight, stuff like that. Extreme heat can cause the batteries to rupture or even explode, which is obviously a bad thing. And if you leave them in the cold, then that's going to drain the charge out of them really, really quickly. So you want to make sure they're, as close to room temperature as you can get, and that way you're not causing any issues. The next tip is, as soon as a battery runs out of charge, you want to dispose of it then. So you don't want to just leave it in wherever it was while it's dead. You don't want to just unless it's rechargeable, but if it's not rechargeable and it runs out, just get rid of it. You don't want to leave it anywhere. You don't want to run the risk of leaking, anything like that. Simple tip. Just get rid of it once they're empty. The next tip would be, if you're not going to use something for a while, take the batteries out of it. So, if you're done playing for the season, or even if it's just going to be a couple of weeks before the next time you play, try to take the batteries out. That way they don't lose charge while they're sitting in there, or if for whatever reason they do end up leaking, you're not going to damage whatever they're inside with the leaking battery. So if you're not going to use it for a while, just get in the habit of taking the batteries out. It's a good habit to be in. Now, the next tip applies to rechargeable batteries, which is only recharge them if they're actually a rechargeable battery. That's the first part of the tip. So don't try to recharge something that is not rechargeable. And you want to make sure to use it in the specific charger that it was made to go in. Not every rechargeable battery is the same. Not every battery charger is the same. Even if it fits in a charger, if that's not the one that was made for it, you can cause problems. So just make sure, if you're using rechargeable batteries, only charge them in the charger that they were designed for. And the final tip is, don't mix and match batteries. So what I mean by mix and match is, don't try and mix batteries of different ages. Don't try and mix batteries of different types or different manufacturers, stuff like that. You always want to try and keep, if you're using multiple batteries in the same thing, keep them as the same batteries and ideally the same age. If you don't do that, if you're mixing and matching, it can cause leaking, it can cause ruptures, and obviously nobody wants that. But yeah, those are 5 tips for just taking care of your batteries. It sucks to go to a game and then find out that you've got some kind of issues with your batteries, or God forbid, it's leaked inside of your marker or your loader. That's really, really bad. So hopefully with these tips, you can avoid that. But if you have any other tips on battery care, stuff like that, let us know in the comments, and thanks for watching.